Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Today this is Kimmy Wyatt. Hello. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Big Chop and what it is. But first, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and be sure to click that notification bell so that you will be one of the first to get notifications of new vids I post up. Couple of explanations. First thing first though, get pen and paper, pencil and paper, open up a note app in your phone, write in the palms of your hands, laptop, desktop, anything that you can get really quick to jot down 10 terms. I want you guys to look up, I know that's in your face, but please, I want you guys to look these terms up via a video format platform. And right now as it stands, that would be YouTube. And also look up multiple videos per term. So you're going to have, so I suggest 5 videos per term. So a total of 50 videos over a span of time. You don't have to do it all today or tomorrow, but it's going to be an enjoyment for you because knowledge is power, and we need to know about these things that I'm going to, these terms I'm going to give you today. And so basically every video that I do, I ask that you at the beginning that you look up these terms, okay? And I'll give you 10 to 15 seconds to do that as I adjust my, okay, I adjusted that, and the camera. And also I have 2 different lamps here, you guys. I know you're wondering, Kimmy, why do you have 2 different lamps? Well, actually, this lamp to the left of you guys was actually 2 lamps in a home that, in the home that I grew up in. And I condensed it to 1 lamp, or made it into 1 because some pieces were missing, you know, off of this one and off of that one. So I made 1 lamp, and you can actually see that lamp in my DIY playlist. 300 plus videos as it stands right now, 19 playlists. And by the way, I live by a fire station, so I do apologize for that noise. Yeah, so one of the playlists is my, well, it's a DIY, let me squash that. It was originally supposed to be a do-it-yourself video, which there's a lot of videos on it, on do-it-yourself, or there's going to be. But I changed the title to Decorating on a Budget, and then Decorating on Your Budget. So it was never called DIY. It was just Decorating on a Budget. Then I said, no, Decorating on Your Budget. Whatever your budget is, you can decorate. So make a long story short, those the videos there of that particular lamp. And this one I acquired about a month and a half, about 6 weeks ago. There were 2 of them. I just dismantled one of them. But the lampshades, there are 2 lampshades. You can't see the other one because it's on the side of the couch. By that one. And I actually, brand new plastic came off, however, and I'm going to redo the trimming of that lamp. Took the trimming off. So, you know, you got to explain things to people because, why did she have 2 lamps? You know, and there's 2 different little end tables. Please know, a lot of this stuff that's in my place is going to be replaced once I move, and I'm not going to take it with me. I have a video 19 playlist. One of those playlists is called The Blue Cup in the Attic. The other, The Blue Cup in the Attic, Circumstance or Evidence. Circumstance or Evidence is actually titled TBCITA, which is the acronyms for the Blue Cup in the Attic, Circumstance or Evidence. And in that video, in the Blue Cup in the Attic, however, well, let me explain. The Blue Cup in the Attic is me knowing in my heart, knowing the Blue Cup in the Attic is when I realized up until this day that I'm being spied on. TBCITA, Circumstance or Evidence, is me knowing in my heart I was spied on before I realized I'm being spied on. Okay. With videos in both. And so the Blue Cup in the Attic video playlist, there is a video called The Drastic Move, ... How to Move Without a Trace. I couldn't even follow my own instructions there, you guys. I knew when I did that video, I would not be able to do all of the things financially that I was asking you guys to do or giving suggestions for you, but that did not mean that it was not going to be great information, and that it was not going to be great information for someone else that's going through what I'm going through, and that is being gang stalked. Okay, so here are those gang stalked. As a matter of fact, gang stalking is one of the terms. You can go ahead, but the first 3 terms, please add stalking to the terms. And it seems like someone is outside my door because I put something up to cover up cameras in 2 different spots, and someone is at my door. I just opened my door earlier and a guy fled from my door. You guys, these people want to die. But moving right along, first 4 terms at stalking. First term is gang, as mentioned. Group, cause, CAUSE. Last term in the stalking set is electronic. 5th term is perps, PERPS. If you live within these here United States, such as I, you live within a 10-mile radius of a perp. Okay? Even if it's in a rural area, 9.9 miles out, you still live within a close range of a perp. Organized crime, please don't go by what you've seen in a movie, read in a book. Even if you're in law enforcement, if you're not a special, unless you're like a special agent, or a criminal investigator for the federal government, then you really probably don't know all the ins and outs of organized crime. And some people have seen movies and they think, oh, I got it. No, you don't. Put it this way, a movie can only portray or I said it right, portray organized crime to a certain degree. It's really, really deeper than, that. So like I said, look up 5 videos per term, you guys. Make a day out of it. If you're off a certain day, get the family together. Your kids need to know about this. And the reason for that, I'll give you the other terms. The reason why your kids need to know that is because a lot of children, kids, teenagers, and young adults are being kidnapped just from this gang stalking alone. And as for race, Black African women, Black African sex trafficking and kidnapping has risen 7% plus. These people do not know where their kids are. They have absolutely no clue because your child was being watched the entire time. Please know that only in America, and this hurts a lot of people's feelings when I say this. I don't care. If I were another race, I would say I would still say it. A lot of people don't realize that Black African women are worldwide considered the most beautiful women on the planet. Okay? We are, they are. It's only in America that Black African women are not considered the most beautiful women on the planet. Here's the deal. We're not everywhere. So these idiots will take live feed of you, live feed of your kids. Pedophilia has risen to a high level because of this gang stalking and everything. And if you don't know what that is, look it up, like I said. And so, yeah, I just give you guys facts. I don't make up anything. It is what it is. And you know, we have to be very careful of what's going on, okay? Okay, next term is going to be targeted individuals. I am a targeted individual. Next term is flying monkeys. And the 9th term is empath, EMPATH. And last term is super empath. I am also not only an empath, but a super empath. Please look those terms up, you guys. Please, please, please. I ask you to do that and become a part, be active in this crime spree that these idiots are doing. As a matter of fact, some people have committed suicide, and I did a video on that as well. I think it's gang stalking, ... why targeted individuals are committing suicide. Or if that's not the title, it's often another video about gang stalking, ... targeted individuals. And then I put T.I. in parentheses, questionnaire. Okay, so either of those videos should have, whether one is focusing directly on it or whether one is focusing indirectly on the suicide. Because there have been people committing suicide behind being gang stalked, you guys. And it's just amazing that we have this many idiots on the planet. In the future, I'm going to be doing videos on gang stalking and how I know in my heart that this is, or how I know this is satanic. Okay, I have some similar, but no, pure bona fide witchery, which it is. Which, when that's part of it, but this is a totally different video. It's really common sense. And I'm really hoping some of you are right on it before you actually watch the video as to how you and I both know that this is, first of all, it's not the government, as some people have said. This is not the government. Our government is not going to just sit there and spy on you unless they have an absolutely valid reason to do so. Get it out of your head. Some people mentioned Snowden. Okay, the dude that revealed that some Americans were being spied on. True. He never said why, though. He never revealed why. It never got to that point. But you got to understand, when you live in these here United States, as I mentioned in a very current video to be published up, you're going to be spied on if need be by our government. That's part of living in America. That's part of living in basically any place on the planet. If the technology is there and there's a need or to spy or a reason to spy. Most times, you guys, when Americans, which rarely happens, are randomly spied, and I say randomly meaning a particular area of these here United States, there's a reason. First of all, our government just does not go, think about, this is what kills me. Why would our government just go spying on people? There's absolutely no reason to do that. However, there's a reason to do this. Spy within reason. Meaning, example, if there is an area in the United States where in small neighborhood where there's crime, and I am not even talking about a Black African neighborhood, there you go, or a Hispanic neighborhood, I'm talking about a white neighborhood, and there's crime going on, meth being created, which is created in a lot of white neighborhoods because it throws the police off, because it is in a white neighborhood. And so, but they have good leads, but they're not good enough to pinpoint exactly who's doing it. They may even have a street. They may have an area within a substantially high neighborhood, where the homes are very expensive. They're going to go and check out people in the neighborhood, you guys, because this person, these entities, this organized crime, whomever's doing it, are really doing some stuff. And so they're going to check out people in the neighborhood. So please don't take it personal, oh my God, thinking it's the government and the government. Yeah, if they're spying, once again, they're doing something. Someone is doing something, and they have to pinpoint where exactly this or that is coming from. Okay. So please look those terms up. Thank you very much. Learn something today. Okay. That you didn't know yesterday. All right. Let's see. Also, a couple of people in my lives, you guys, I have to get this off my chest. I did a video, although not published, on my end of year ranting. It's called my end of year rant. This is a new year. Welcome to 2020. And thank you guys for supporting 2019. Please continue to support me, and I really appreciate it. But I did a video called my end of year rant. And one of the things, I talked about several things in there, and then I was like, okay, you guys, I have had 5 people over the last month. 1, 2, well, I'll say over the last 2 months, tell me they're coming to my place for whatever reason, and they don't show up. You guys, I want to put them on blast. By first name, and some of these people have unique names, so they'll know exactly who I'm talking about. You can't come to my place now at all. I am so tired of people doing that. And it's like, you're letting me know that the same stuff you were doing in 2019, is, especially one of them, you're still going through in 2020, and I don't want to deal with it. Okay. Your family and you doing, and I don't want to deal with it. So you've had 2 opportunities to come to my place. You've lied both times. You don't answer your phone. Don't play games with me. I don't have time to play games with you. All right. Bye. Okay. Other people just not random, but one random, someone. It's just that I'm tired. I have other things to do. And some people think, as some of you know, I've gotten rid of my vehicle. Some people think because you don't have a vehicle, you can't be gone. I can just come over when I want. No, you can't. Also, one of the things to be noted, since this video is talking about, going to talk about hair, you guys, I will do your hair for 2 months. I have my own skin and hair care line. Skincare is coming out soon, and I am one of the happiest, geeked out people on the planet. However, I will do your hair for free for 2 months. The reciprocating thing is that you have to do a testimony video, and your hair will be twisted. It's for my twist pudding product. And that's all. Simple. I will wash your hair, condition your hair if need be. And I say that because you're going to get some rice water on your hair. And a lot of people don't realize if you put rice water on your hair, leave it on for however long, you don't have to condition your hair. Same thing with other products, so you can save on conditioner and just rice water your hair. You guys, I'm telling you, you don't have to condition your hair. Deep condition, yes. If that's something that you want to do, at least once a month or something like that, or twice a month, But conditioning every wash, no. And stop washing your hair so often. So if you add that together, your deep condition should be, once again, probably, you know, once or twice a month. Like I said, yeah, I was just thinking, yeah. So you guys wash your hair every 8 to 14 days. A lot of people wonder why they have thin hair, and I have videos on that. It just cut it out. You're washing your hair too much. It's not unnecessary. And if you can go 3 weeks, do it without your hair being washed. The reason for that is the sebum needs to build up. It keeps your hair thick. It'll make your hair thick, one or the other. And these chemicals are not good. If you're going to wash your hair more often than that, please, I highly suggest you opt for a sulfate-free shampoo, SULFATE. If you go get 10 items, and I tell people to do this all the time, 5 items, 5 to 10 items, put them on your cabinet. And this is anything that's bottled up or in a jar. It doesn't have to be that soaps up, makes suds. The liquid detergent, liquid laundry detergent, is a good one. You can go get your shampoos. Okay. You can go get, in multiple shampoos, your kids shampoo, anything that bubbles up, suds up, makes bubbles, soaps, whatever it is, bar soap, it doesn't matter. Put it on the cabinet, put the label facing you, the ingredients label facing you, and I guarantee you the second item on there is going to be one of these two things: sodium lauryl sulfate or sodium laurette sulfate. If that's not it, then you probably have a foreign product that's made in France or maybe somewhere else. I don't know. France probably, put sodium lauryl or sodium laurette. I'm just throwing it out there. But it's probably made somewhere where they have a different name. But the gist of it is, it's not good for your hair often. It's doing what it's supposed to do. You can't get mad at these companies when it's degreasing your hair or removing dirt and grime. It is doing what it's supposed to do. However, the more you wash your hair, there's a chance of it causing cancer, sterility, and a bunch of other things. I did a report on this actually when I was on another platform, and that platform has since been depleted as of April 1st, 2019, but Google Plus. But I love that platform, and I did a report on these two items. Yeah, it's very revealing. So I'm just letting you guys know, it's for me, it's the whole body. It's not just your hair. It's not just your skin, not just your face. I talk about everything. Okay. So let me go ahead and get started. So for those 5 people, I counted, I thought of 5, but counted 4. You can't come over here now because y'all, it's 2020. I don't have time to play. Okay. I don't have time to play. I'm going through some things. I don't have time for people to just come knocking on my door when they feel like they can just knock on my door. And although I did a video called gang stalking ... I had to do it. I'm not going to tell you what that video entails. Please watch it. But I mentioned in that video, don't put things through my door. Mail. Sliding mail through my door. Don't come knocking on my door. But if I know you're coming, I know you're coming. So don't tell me you're coming and playing games, and then you don't come, and the reason why you don't come is because of your kids or something. Y'all, you guys grow up. Y'all grow up. And I'm just saying, grow up. Put your foot down in your life. Please. I don't want to hear it because I have things to do. And if my things to do is to be in my living room with my feet on the couch, that's my thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying whatever, my time is limited, just like your time is limited. And no, I'm not going to go through all of that same bull crap. Then you're not answering your phone when I call to see what's going on. No. I don't need you in my life. I'm sorry. No. So some people get the big head and think that they have the upper hand in the situation, and they don't, and that's it. Okay, let me move on. Okay, so I talked about the terms. I talked about the hair. Today, like I said, I'm going to talk to you guys about the big chop, what it is, and is it necessary for you? All right. And I will let people know if I did a video and I'm redoing it. Please excuse. You may see some a lint or whatever coming up, but please understand I am a sweepaholic and I sweep my floor. I think in the last hour, I think I swept, not the entire floor, but if I feel something, you see my floors, if I feel something when walking without shoes on my floor, I'm going to sweep that area so there's going to be lint. you know, coming down periodically, and I've noticed a lot of that in my videos. Okay, so let's see what I need to tell you about. One thing I need to know to you guys is that let me finish telling you the twist pudding. I will do your hair for 2 months. You might have to fly in or whatever once a week. If you missed your appointment or whatever, that's on you. It's still going to be the 3rd week. If it's the 2nd week and you missed it, we're going to go to the 3rd week. But please, if you're had a client do this, signed up for not signed up physically, but I'm just saying signed up to go for it. And she comes over with braids in her hair, and she comes over. No. That's not what we talked about, dear. I need to twist your hair. I need to see how it's growing. Let the twist down and see what the length is and see if it's softening your hair. If you have dandruff, I need to look at your hair and analyze it. You braiding your hair because you feel like you want something different is not part of the game. Bye. Okay, not part of the game. And so, this person came over and said, well, can you put some of that on my hair? I know you love the product, I can tell, but that's not what we discussed. So please, you guys, for 2 months, I need to do your hair. You can retwist it. Don't get me wrong. You can take some of the product with you. Sometimes I will give some product, but most times you have to buy the product if you want to take it with you. And I charge a very, very nominal fee if you take some with you for your own maintenance, because you don't see me every day. You know what I'm saying? And I understand you don't want your hair to dry out or whatever, but here's the deal. I will do your hair for 2 months, and that is inclusive of this. I'm going to analyze your hair to see what type of hair you have. I am going to suggest a clipping, a cutting, which is some of the stuff I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to suggest your ends be clipped or whatever, blah, 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 blah. If I suggest your ends be clipped, you guys, clip them. Let me say this again. I can tell you how to clip your ends. I will clip your ends. That's part of the deal. You can go to a professional, but clip your ends. I'm looking at your hair. Clip your freaking ends. And if you've never had your ends clipped, I'm definitely going to suggest clip your ends. Sorry, it's just going to happen. Okay? I will clip your ends. That's part of the deal. But here's the deal. This is inclusive of this. I will clip your ends, as I said, if necessary. If you want me to clip them, I will show you how to clip your own ends if you want to clip your own ends. Okay? Very, very easy. Or suggest you look up videos on YouTube, whatever the situation is. Or both. Or have your, like I said, professional, whomever do it. But your hairstylist. Washing your hair. I will wash your hair once a week. I will condition your hair if conditioning is necessary. Okay, and I'm not talking about deep conditioning. Well, it really is deep conditioning if I condition your hair, because it's going to stay on for, 20 minutes. So really it is. And no heat though, but a deep condition. 20 to 30 minutes, depending on your hair. But if it's not necessary, like sometimes I will just rice water your hair, which is a leave-in, basically a leave-in conditioner, or you don't leave it in, but it's the same thing that a conditioner will do. Rice water will do. A lot of people don't realize that. Okay, or I will do both. Most clients, I do both. I condition your hair and I rice water your hair. Wash. So those two just depends on what's going on, but one of them is going to happen. I will let's say, as I said, clip your ends. I will apply the product. I will twist your hair. I will send you out the door. I will tell you what you need to do, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to tell you right now, please invest in a silk scarf or satin scarf or a silk or satin pillowcase. All right? It's like, yeah, duh. So now we can move right along. If you want to do that, by the way, please post your comments below. Please post on any of my videos in these two playlists. One is Beauty Say-Sos. No, I take that back. Why would you put this in Beauty Say-Sos? Scratch that. If you want me to do your hair for 2 months, please post your comments in the playlist where this video is posted, will be posted, and it's going to be in both of those playlists, but please post your comments that you want me to do your hair for 2 months. And you're going to do a video, okay, testimony video of how the product's working for you. I'm not going to be coerced. You're going to say what's on your mind, how you feel about the product. I don't care. But please post your comments on a video or this video. Any video that is in not Beauty Say-Sos, but natural hair care. Whew. In the natural hair care playlist, okay? Now we can proceed. Okay, so I'm gonna get up for a minute and show you guys exactly what a big chop is. Say hello to my mannequin. Hi. I'm gonna be naming my mannequins. And someone came in and took. I told you guys I don't know which black mannequin it is, but someone. Well, it's probably this one, because it's. I can't tell. But either way, they took the head off and actually cut the base off where the head actually goes on, the little part, yeah, because, it's some stuff going on and I'm not going to go into detail, and they know they're being watched. So, okay. So yeah, this is called a big chop, or it is a big chop. She didn't get a big chop. She's a mannequin, but a big chop is to literally go bald, or is it? Now, why do I say or is it? That's most people's definitions, but your girl here has her own definition of a big chop, and some people will agree with me, and some people will not agree, and some people that's what a big chop is. A big chop, you guys, is to cut all of the hair off of your head. Literally shave all of the hair. I said the wrong thing. Cut first and then shave all of the hair off of your head. Some people don't even have to cut. It just depends on the length of your hair. If your hair is really, really long, some people will cut it first, cut it all off, and then shave. Either way, you're going to look like my mannequins, okay? But that's not necessarily the correct or the definition I give. A big chop is actually any hair in it where you're either bald, or let's say bald to 1 inch. Meaning you have cut your hair all the way off or you left at least an inch, anything up to an inch of hair on your head. You don't have to cut all of your hair off for the big chop. Okay. Most times it's just cutting off damages, which means bald. If you just did a perm like 3 days ago, you need to go bald. You just put a perm on your head. Or if a perm has been on your hair for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and you see a little hair, new growth, you really don't have to go slick like my mannequin, but you can leave, like maybe 3 centimeters. It just depends. Anything up to an inch. All right. So here we go. Couple of explanations. CCC. You got a CCC there's no such thing as a CCC, but I'm going to give you some definitions, and they start with C. Okay. Clip, cut, chop. Clip your ends means to literally clip your ends. Anything between which can be a dust cut as well. I take that back. Clipping your ends is like anything up to an inch. Some people will go 1.5 inches. Clip your ends. Okay. Dust cut, even though that was not one of the C's, because I'm saying this because some people say clip your ends, but when I mention dust cut means when it hits the floor, you can't see it. That's just a little side note for clipping your ends. Okay. It's not one of the CCCs. It's a dust cut, not just a clip. All right. And I don't know why that they don't say dust clip, but okay. That would be great. Dust clip, not dust cut. Duh. Okay. The next one is clip. So no, the first one is clip. The next one is cut. Okay. Cut. Cutting your hair, my definition means, and when we're dealing with the natural hair, means you literally have cut anything from, it's just a regular normal cut. Your maintenance, something like a white person goes in and gets their hair cut. A black person, I say white because most times it's going to be a white person that's just going to go in and get their hair cut. Okay. And then unless you wear a short hairstyle or something like that, and you're a black African or a black African dude. Okay. But cut, that's your regular cut. I went and got my hair cut. Okay. So we got clip, we got cut, and then we got chop. Chop? KimMe, I've never heard of chop. I've heard of big chop. I know you haven't heard of chop. Chop your hair means to cut 5 inches or more off of your head. You have permed your hair. It is growing out. You're tied up the straight hair on the ends. Could be 5 inches, but it's still the ends. And the thicker, coarser hair that the good Lord gave you from the roots up. You want to chop your hair. Chopping is not cutting it's chopped, literally. There is a difference. Cutting 5 inches or more of your hair is not just a cut, it's a chop. You literally chop. Then you have the big chop. Bing! So clip, cut, chop, and then big big chop. Okay, so it's not a part of the C's, but it's a chop. That's it. That's how it goes. So who should get the big chop and why? Okay, if like I said, if you've had your hair permed and you're ready to go natural, I don't care if you just permed your hair yesterday and you're like, I really didn't want to do this. I did it because I was going to go natural and blah, 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 but my ends, you know, and some people will put a little perm around the edges of their hair, even though they have to straighten that part out, even though they consider themselves natural. I am sorry. If you're putting any type of perm on your hair, you're not natural. Let me say that again. I don't care if you're trying to straighten out one little nap on your head. You are not natural if you are putting any type of chemicals on your hair in lieu of or except for dyeing your hair. What? Yes. It's still your hair. You're just dyeing it. So you're still natural. You just have a different color hair. That's another myth. And why do I say another myth? Or KimMe, why do you say another myth? I'm going to be doing videos on hair myths, and really soon they're coming up. There's a lot of hair myths. I just gave you one of them. Do I need to do the big chop? What's the big chop? The big chop does not necessarily mean you have went bald like my freaking mannequin. Okay, you can leave an inch of hair on your head. All right, you just big chopped your hair. You didn't do 5 inches. You literally, if your hair is 10 inches and you cut off 9, you did a big chop. All right. If your hair is 10 inches and you cut off 5, you did a chop. Okay. There's a difference. You didn't do a big chop. Okay. So, let's see here. Let me hurry up with this, you guys. So that's what I wanted to tell you. Okay. As far as the big chop, you guys, your hair is going to grow, and I'm going to be posting a backup, blah, 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 backup, blah, 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 backup. If you go to my videos and you don't see a description, that is because I'm actually working on the descriptions. That's going to be on every video. Okay, you know, the main description, which is inclusive of my products. You will see pricing and a little information about the products. There's also videos in the 2 playlists, Beauty Say-Sos, and the one I mentioned. Let me see, what did I mention? The one I mentioned, Natural Hair Care. So you will see videos on one of my products, the twist pudding. And there's 4 types of twist pudding. That is not the official name. You guys, I'm a victim of gang stalking. I refuse to. I got some stuff to do, all right? So, but you can purchase a product. Same product, just there will not be twist pudding when the label gets on, okay? It just won't be called that, all right? And so once you do the big chop, who should do the big chop and what to expect? Let me hurry this up. If you have your hair permed, first of all, you got to make a decision. Okay, you don't have to, as I mentioned, do the big chop if you're trying to go natural. Just cut off all of the perm or chemicals. If your hair's dyed and you don't want it dyed anymore, cut that stuff off. I highly suggest, if you do it yourself, and you tell this to your beautician, to go up at least 1.5 inches past the damage. The perm doesn't have to be damaged, but the perm. Go up 1.5 inches past where they would have normally cut your hair. The reason for that is you want to make sure that there is no damage in that area. Okay, so always go up. If your hair is dyed, for instance, but it seems like it's pretty healthy and it's permed, but it's grown, and so you have this 2-tone hair. A lot of women will wear, but you have a lot of length. Your natural color, but you want to go natural. Go ahead and cut the color off, especially if you have not permed your hair. Okay, and you're out there. I'm talking to you. You have gone and dyed your hair. It's 2-toned, and you have not put a perm on your hair, but you have 2-tone hair. Okay, raise your finger. You know I'm talking to you because you've gone natural. Cut that stuff off of your head. Cut the color off your head. Cut the color off your head. Cut the color off your head. Okay. Also, once again, if you just recently permed your hair and you want to go all natural, do the big chop. Okay, go ahead and cut the perm off. Also, here's a side note. If you decide to do the big chop and you're big chopping perm off of your head, not just damages, because there's some people who are natural, but they have damage. They didn't take care of their hair, so they have to big chop. They've been natural for 3 or 4 years, but they weren't taking care of their hair and they just want to start over. Cool. Cool. Okay. But if you have your hair permed and you want to do a big chop, you're going to have to do it twice. Why, Kimmy? Why do I have to big chop twice? Your hair grows in the 3 phases here. Shadow phase, you did the big chop. It's going to grow in the shadow phase, which you're going to see like I think she has a shadow, like a little shadow. No, she's bald. But you'll see like a little shadow, like to the right of her. A shadow. You see her shadow. Then you're going to see the fuzz. There's going to be fuzz on your head. You're going to feel it on your head. You're going to probably see it on your head, but you're definitely going to feel it. Then you're going to have the soft phase. So your hair grows back in those phases. So it grows back in shadow, fuzz, and then soft, meaning you can literally wear a soft, if you say, forget it, I like how my hair looks now. I just like my hair almost bald. Then you can wear a soft, it's going to keep that soft phase there. Just keep your hair cut like that and, you know, trim the back of it. It's up to you. And so, but yeah, their hair is going to grow, and then it's going to, you know, once the soft phase comes in, then your natural hair, you're going to do it twice because you've had that perm. That perm has gone down into into your scalp. And some people, when they chop their hair, they think they have really good hair, especially when the soft phase, the shadow, you see the fuzz phase and soft phase kick in. They think they have really good hair. No, you don't. I'm so sorry to inform you that the perm that you were putting on your hair has actually gone down into your scalp, okay? Way down there and not way down there, which is why we got to stop perming. I say perm, oh, forgive me. Relax. Perm is something that straightens your hair. Perm, I'm from the South, and so we've been saying perm for years, you guys, all my life. But I've been corrected. Relaxed. So you've been having a relax. If you're Black African, relaxed, okay? So that relaxer is going to give you the impression that you have this really good hair, you know, and you really don't, okay? So do the big chop twice. So once you see you can big chop at the shadow phase, okay? Or not shadow phase. I highly suggest you let it grow a little longer. So big chop at the fuzz phase or soft phase, okay, of hair. Leave it alone. You can leave it alone for a little bit because of the shadow phase. Okay. So that is the big chop now, and that's who should do it. Why you should do it? One of the main reasons why people big chop their hair is to get, to start off fresh. All right. To get rid of eliminate any possibilities of split ends, any possibility of having color on the hair, any possibility of having perm on the hair. It's just starting over. And if it's not necessary, don't do it. I mentioned, rewind the video. If you have been natural and just your ends or permed, because some people really have a problem cutting their hair, a lot of Black Africans, but we're changing that. Best thing you could do is clip your ends, you guys, and I mean that on every fiber of my soul. But you know, if, like I said, if you got perm on the ends, and your hair might be 10 inches, but you still have all that straight hair, cut the hair off. Cut 5 of those 10 inches off, and then go up another 1.5 inches just to make sure that you have removed any split ends, blah, 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 blah. And then you've got a little hair on your head, and you can do some things with it. Okay? So that is basically all I wanted to say. That is the big chop. And, let's see. What else? Is there anything else I need to tell you guys about? I'm going to be doing a video, by the way, on the 12 types of alopecia. Did a video on the 11 types of alopecia. Got to the end and realized, you know, there's 12 types of alopecia. Not that many people had looked at the video at the time. I just published it up. Didn't have that many views, so I deleted it. And I'm going to be doing it with the correction of the 11 and 12, or the 12th type of alopecia. What I did, I combined 11 and 12 together because my notes were like really messed up or whatever. And then I realized, no, there's 12 types of alopecia. So I'm going to be doing that video over. And guess what? You may have one or two of those types of alopecia. Please don't think alopecia is just autoimmune, like an autoimmune disease, and you can't have it. I have a type of alopecia, and it's not hereditary. I brought it on myself, but my product is growing my hair. So you guys, there's some types of alopecia that will grow back, and I'm going to talk about those. And then there's those types of alopecia that will not grow back. Sadly, you know, your hair will not grow back. And there are some young ladies, I've seen comments on videos, I'm only 14 and all my hair is coming out. Oh, I'm only 17, my hair is coming out. There's dudes. Well, what's wrong with my hair? You guys, there's two types of alopecia. If you are between the ages of blank and 30, you know, one is 15 to 30 when it starts around the ages, and one of them is even younger. So please check out that video. I'm going to be publishing it up really soon, and I'm going to explain to you why your hair is just shedding and coming out. Okay, you guys. So one of them is mostly what Black African women get from when they were a kid, you know, and some of your own kids, you're doing this to their hair, and it's a type of alopecia, or it has the possibility of causing a type of alopecia. So please look forward to that video, and it is coming up really soon. I don't want to forget anything. So let's see. Did that. You know what? And I wasn't even looking at my notes that much. I had to look at my notes one time, you guys. Yay, yay, yay. Oh, my product also. Oh, gosh. The product that I've made, the twist pudding that I've made for your hair, the original formula. There's 4 formulas: original, enhanced, let's see, emollient enriched, which is for dry scalp and hair, and then protein enriched. The original formula, all of them will do this, but the original formula doesn't have like the stuff. It's just original. You guys, I have to show you something. Wait a minute. I'm going to put a little moisturizer on there. My hand. Hold on, excuse me for moving I got to hold the camera and also pull my sleeve up. Okay, you guys, I want to show this to you. Oh, perfect. All right. Focus. Okay, there you go. That is my risk, basically. You see, I burnt myself cooking or doing so. I was cooking. I don't know if I was taking something out of the stove or something, but the edges, I do remember the edges of whatever I was cooking the food in burnt my wrist. Let me explain to you how this did look. And I've been knowing the powers of the ingredients, some of the ingredients in my twist pudding for years. But I burnt myself, and this was pink. First of all, it was longer and wider. It went from, it was in dimensions, I would say wide or length. And I'm talking this way, you know, length, this left and right. Lengthwise, it was approximately 1.5 inches. That's a long burn. And it was as wide as it is, which is how I have it now, from left to right. It was probably about 3/4 of an inch. You guys, it's disappearing. You know why it's disappearing? I put the product on my burn spot, and the pink is the point of impact. You can't tell it's pink, but it's pink, and it's not as pink as it was. Put the product on, and as you can see around the dark spot, it's pink, and then it gets darker, and then it gets lighter. First of all, it's been reduced because it's healing. It's going back to my natural skin tone. You can even see even out past that where it and I can't point to it because I'm holding. But if you go pink, dark, lighter brown, and then way to the left, you can see where there probably was something going on there. It was very, very huge. The product actually gets rid of burn spots, dark spots, etc., etc., etc. So it's for your hair, but you can use it. It's a multi-purpose, you know, you can put it on if you want to. But I do have a product coming out specifically for burns and things like that. Or, you know, well, you'll know. I'll keep you guys posted. I've already got the information, text and everything. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know, guys. I put it on and it's healing. It didn't heal my burn. The burn healed on its own. Let me correct that. But once it was still pink, once it got hard and pink, or pink and hard, that's when I started applying the product. So you don't want to put this on bloody areas or open wounds, open scars, open sores and things. You want to make sure that it heals. And then as you know, if you can touch it, it may still hurt. It doesn't matter. But if you can touch it and it's hard, you know, or from healing, then you can apply the product. Okay. So I just want to tell you guys that. So I have a multi-purpose product, but it is for your hair. Okay. But it does do that. And the information, like I said, will be posted where the description is posted for every video. I am working on that and things are going very well, going for really great. And I need your help, you guys. Please look at the video called Gang Stalking ... I had to do it. I really need your help. I am in a situation where I'm not going to tell you what the video is about, but please watch it. Okay, so hasta la vista, buenos aires, buenas noches, arrivederci, au revoir, Salida. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. Ciao Bella, ciao Bello, smooches. Gotta go. And like I said, please look out for that video on alopecia because you have it. Chances are, matter of fact, one of the alopecias, 6.5 million people in the U.S. alone has it. Yes. Okay, gotta go. Please subscribe to the channel as mentioned. Like the video and also comment. I want your comments, you guys. Please comment on the video. All right. Bye. Much love. And once again, welcome to 2020. All right. No envy in 2020. There you go. I always make up slogans for every year. No envy in 2020. Now, that's not for me. That's for all of you. Those of you who have a jealous spirit. Bye.